Hello, everybody. Welcome to set 2 of WeMade versus CJ. Got a little bit lost there. Just had this argument with Greth, and not really an argument, but an interesting conversation, to say the least. The next series I'm going to be doing with World Communist 8, and I might do the next set with Deja Vu. But regardless, I still have Mooney alongside here, keeping me on track. Hopefully I don't miss the countdown this time. We have Bye Baby and Movie. Movie has not been playing that good. Honestly, I think he must be training with like the ace players or something, because he actually really reminds me of an Air Force player, to be honest with you. He's pretty good, but not that good, and like he's kind of like a no-name like an ace player would be. Bye Baby, however, I've seen him play a couple games lately. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah. Anyways, I've seen Bye Baby play a couple games lately, and he's been doing really good lately. I think we all have seen him here and there. He's one of those guys, like you know him if you hear his name, but like recently he's actually been doing extremely well. For those of you who don't know, he's actually been doing all right. On this map, destination, I'd say it's pretty balanced. We could see some cheese from Movie, which that's exactly what we are going to see. He's sending out his 5th probe, ladies and gentlemen. That's a pretty early probe. Usually you actually see like 6 or something like that, but he's planning to be really aggressive here, I think. We're just going to have to see if he plans to put the pylon outside of those bridges, inside, on top of the ramp on the left side, or what he plans on doing here. I've actually played this map PVT where I've sent out, there's the pylon there. So with the scouting pattern of the SCV, sometimes the Terran player will look just that far, sometimes they go even farther, which seems to be the case here. Definitely he's definitely looking for cheese. He's like that mouse in the maze. He just knows it's there, but he just can't find it. And actually, the way the tile set is, it actually looks kind of like a maze too. But anyways, oh, this is a bad idea. Yeah, I think Bye Baby sees what's going on here. He sees the direction from that the probe's coming in, and now he sees it. 100%. So, he's going to be in a fairly good position. He knows it's coming. He's going to take his gas. He's got to cap that gas. Oh, he does not cap the gas. This is not a very good position for Bye Baby. But at the same time, well, it's not as good as he could have wanted it to be. But at the same time, if he walls that sucker off, gets some Marines out, he's going to be fine. Fight off the Zealots. But then again, by the time the Dragoons get there, I think as long as Movie techs properly and with good timing, this is a really crucial gas steal here. Bye Baby, I think, really needs his gas in order to fight this off. Geez, he really needs to take this down. He really needs to work on this on getting his tanks out so that he can get the tank in time for the Dragoons. Oh my god, he's setting up his core out in the open too. So this is pretty much all in. I think if this doesn't succeed, then Bye Baby is definitely in a much better position than our Protoss player here, because I think actually the Protoss player Movie must have cut probes also to get these buildings out this quickly. At least the gateway, I think he had to cut a probe for at least a couple of seconds. So he's behind a little bit economically. At this point already. So as soon as he gets out there, as soon as he gets that tank out there, rather, it's really up to timing. That's all I have to say is it's up to timing. Once those Dragoons get there, the wall is complete. The Zealots are not getting anywhere near those Marines. Here it comes, just to demonstrate what I was speaking about just now. Those Marines are just going to be just fine. 3 of them are out there. That girl's kind of cute. She looks old. She's not hiding. I don't think she knows that she looks like she needs a lollipop and a balloon, though. But anyways, pushing out now. Wow, this is actually a really aggressive move. I think the Protoss player just did not see this coming. He might just be setting up. Oh, he's setting up a bunker. Okay, so he's playing extremely defensive, this is actually a really good position also for the bunker, because once Baby knows that since the gas has been stolen, that he's going to have a hard time fighting off these dragoons. So once he sets up this bunker, the dragoons are going to have to get within range of the bunker in order to do any damage, and that's just not going to happen. I think Movie he could possibly go for a run by. He might just want to run right past that bunker and kill the SCV that's building the factory, but I don't think that that's a possibility at this point. I think the Protoss player is just so far economically behind at this point. It's just not going to work out that well for him in the long run. Right now, he's building up this force, but how often have we seen it where the Protoss player builds up this force and tries to get in, but he just cannot succeed at it? Oh, and this is actually some really fun play here also, where he's unloading the bunker and shooting at those dragoons. Unfortunately, you can't set the bunker to unload to whichever side you want it to be. And I actually think that's one of the flaws of StarCraft is the way that the units come out. You can't set it of bunkers or buildings, or you can't angle buildings certain ways. But at the same time, that also adds a nice element to the game also. So yeah, I don't know. It's okay. It balances out. But I don't understand how these dragoons are seeing up this ramp, to be 100% honest with you. This is just kind of baffling me a little bit here. But they're shooting up the ramp anyways, and this is forcing Baby to repair. So we do know that the dragoons do have range, otherwise they would not be outranging this bunker as we're seeing right now. They are, however, missing, which also is just not making sense to me. I think maybe the one on the bottom there is in range, but once that one gets chased away, it's just not going to be able to do much of anything. So the tank is out, the dragoons are out, and a push coming in here, very big mistake, I must say. He's going to try to take down what he can, but only getting one SCV down there, but losing a Zealot in the process. I have no idea how he's seeing up this ramp. This just is mind-blowing to me, to be completely honest with you. So, yeah, Movie looks like he's in a pretty bad position, both in this game of StarCraft and in his social life, considering how bad his acne is. No, I'm just playing, but anyways, he's in a pretty rough position. The command center is already up, producing SCVs, and actually producing a couple SCVs already, so he's definitely in a very strong economic position. Movie is trying to expand, but I think given these positions and given the fact that Baby knows exactly where the gateway is, usually the Terran player would just take down the pylon to shut off the gateway. But I think he might actually want to target fire the core first, the Cybernetics core first, because he doesn't want Movie to be producing any more dragoons. And even if he puts up a Cybernetics core, that's an extra 200 minerals. And at this stage of the game, 200 minerals is massive. So could be the difference between a tank, a dragoon, a couple, like 4 probes, 4 SCVs. Like, it's a big difference. So yeah, there's Nada and Mind just kind of hanging out. God, I love Nada. Nada's awesome. I love Nada almost as much as I love Deja Vu. Yeah, I have a crush on Deja Vu. He's awesome. But anyways, or as much as Mooney. Mooney's pretty sick too. So yeah, we're just kind of waiting on we're waiting for Baby to push out and take down that Cybernetics core. I think that core is a main target at this point, I feel, and I think once he does take it down, that's going to set Baby back quite a bit. So, yeah, I don't know, but the Protoss player is expanding at this point, so he is going to be able to take a bit of an economic stand, I guess you could say. He's going to try to catch up economically. However, I think if he wants to get back into this, he needs to actually go ahead of the Terran player, because the Terran player has been ahead for so long. He's gained that advantage, and now that they're on par, I think they need to. I think that the Protoss player needs to expand one more time to get that kind of clock ticking where he just catches back up. However, it could go either way. You know, he could just balance it out and take it. I don't know why he's shooting his own bunker here, but he could just balance it out and with some harassment or whatever, but he's going to need to do a lot of harassment. Usually when you're harassing, you want to take down enough to make it so that you're in the lead. Well, now he needs to take down enough so that he's at par, and then he needs to take down even more so that it sets him in the lead. However, this is extremely nice turret placement. I have to say that this is a very nice fortification here.